Bruins win 2-1 in overtime against the Buffalo Sabres, winning both games here at the home and home series against Buffalo. But this game really, I'm struggling on how to talk about it because you can really break it up into two different portions. You have the first and second period, and then from there, the third period stretching into overtime. It really was a game of two halves. The first couple of periods were, just standard stuff. First period was nice, though. The Bruins get on the board 12 minutes into it. Just a horrific turnover by Cody Franzen, thanks to pressure from David Pastrnak. Just Cody Franzen has his moments, but whenever detractors of Cody Franzen want to use like a certain highlights as to why he's not that good or not as good as some people think he was, especially for someone who was traded at the trade deadline for a first-round pick last year for Nashville, this is going to be one of those clips. A horrendous turnover. The pressure by Pasta, intercepted by Krejci, gets it back to Pasta, to Louis back in front. Absolutely no chance for Robin Lehner. A quick triangle passing play left the Buffalo defense in shambles. Louis Eriksson with the easiest goal he is ever going to score. His 16th of the season, his first in 10 games. Again, I talked about it in the last episode, or I've really talked about it all year. When he's not on the score sheet, he's kind of invisible. He certainly wasn't invisible in this game. As well, Pasta's play defensively, certainly something that people are happy about, particularly Claude Julien. We know how he loves to have his offensive players also play a bit of defense, hence the trouble with Ryan Spooner in the past prior to this season. But regardless, a good play here. Second period, though, kind of a similar situation. Brett Connolly poked at the blue line. It ends up being Ryan O'Reilly getting into Jamie McGinn. His shot provides just a perfect rebound for Sam Reinhart. He gets his 14th of the year. The game is tied going into the third period, and then the turning point comes. It's Dennis Seidenberg, 13 minutes into the period, a tripping penalty against Jamie McGinn, not called a penalty shot. The question is, should it have been? And really, there's fine arguments for both sides, but Buffalo got screwed here. It should have been a penalty shot for Jamie McGinn. It wasn't. They don't score on the power play. We go to overtime, tied at 1 goal apiece, and 2.5 minutes into it, Rasmus Ristolainen hooks Brad Marchand, more of a hold on Brad Marchand on a breakaway. It is called a penalty shot. Should it have been? Yes. Marchand's effort to stick lift Ristolainen, he ends up dropping his stick and holding on to Marchand. It's a penalty shot, but obviously the controversy comes, you're calling this a penalty shot, but not Jamie McGinn, or not one for Jamie McGinn earlier. A real shitty way to lose it for Buffalo. Marchand obviously gets it done. Bruins win 2-1. They secure clean third spot in the Atlantic Division. They're now 2 points above Detroit, 3 points above New Jersey with a game at hand. They are tied in points with Tampa, though, with a game at hand there. 6 points back in Florida. So bottom line, without naming off the NHL website standings, they're in a good spot. A little bit of luck here. Realistically, you could have dropped 2 points against the Sabres, but you got these points when you needed to. Overall, the Bruins now 7-2-1 in their last 10 games. And again, as I said in the last episode, even though you're playing a team towards the bottom of the division, everybody provides a tough matchup, and the Bruins are coming away with points. It hasn't been the prettiest performances in the world. It doesn't have to be. You just have to grind it out and get the points at the end of the game. They're doing just that. Again, Tuukka Rask, a gigantic part of it, as you would expect. Not to say people are undervaluing Tuukka Rask. Everybody knows the job he does, but particularly after his early struggles this season, a lot of people were seemingly doubting him, which is absolutely ridiculous. Speaking of doubting certain players, can anybody doubt Brad Marchand anymore? Say what you want about whether or not he should have gotten a penalty shot. It was a beautiful finish on said penalty shot. He is now on pace to easily break his career goal-scoring mark. 2011-2012, his career high mark, 28 goals in 76 games. So far this season, 24 goals in 47 games. He is 4 goals shy of breaking his record with 29 games at hand. Of course, he obviously missed out on a couple of games due to suspension, and that's obviously where the controversy with Brad Marchand is always going to be. And obviously that criticism is warranted. Same reason why people criticize PK Subban. Why would he flop all over the place when he's so talented? Same with Marchand. Why would you have these lapses in judgment? Or even, you can't even call it that, just stupid decisions that would end up kind of giving you this negative reputation. But the bottom line is, he's having a career season to this point. He has an expiring contract at the end of next season, but hopefully he can continue this play and he'll be worth every goddamn penny. He is the heart and soul of this Bruins team. Now that you've had the Gregory Campbells, the Sean Thorntons, the Milan Lucic's, the Johnny Boychuks move on, he is the heart and soul of the Bruins. And for him to be getting it done on the score sheet like this makes the Bruins a legitimate contender. Of course, heading into the trade deadline at the end of the month, they're still missing a couple of pieces, particularly on defense. It's still looking a bit shaky at times, and obviously getting some extra offense will be nice. And if they continue on this pace, I'm sure they'll do just that. Just hopefully they don't overpay. But that is it for this one, guys. We'll cut it off there. Let me know. My question to you, as always, the 2 penalty shots. Yay or nay on the McGinn no call? Yay or nay on Marchand getting the game-winning penalty shot? Thank you all so much for watching / listening, whatever you decided to do. As always, leave a like down below if you've enjoyed, subscribe for more, and spread the word. And I will see you all next time after Tuesday's game against the LA Kings.